Welcome to another episode of School of Airway, and today I'm going to talk about patient positioning. It's barely done on pediatrics, barely done on adults, almost always only emphasized the morbidly obese. We're becoming a heavier society, but even then, I think even thin patients can get better positioning than one magic pillow or chuck to position them appropriately to prevent aspiration and to promote ventilation of the lungs. Let gravity prevent passive aspiration, and let gravity allow lung expansion, assist with my lung expansion, and prevent use of the coffin positioning. The coffin position should only be used, likely only during CPR, in the already dead position, and you're trying to revive the patient. And if you keep in this position, you have all the hazards, all right? These hazards I'm trying to avoid with this ramping up the patient. So ramp them up as high as possible. You may even have to climb higher than the patient to get the tube in, okay? So this is a person that if you're going to do this ramping position, you have to consider, I'm going to do an awake intubation, and please refer to that awake Tomahawk video I made, or doing an intubation with RSI, but preventing him from aspirating as much as possible by ramping the patient up as high as possible. So this is beyond ear to sternal notch, beyond, okay? Now video laryngoscopes make it easier for us, in that we could probably intubate positions in almost any position, probably upside down, but I don't want to do that. All right. So ramping the patient would be mostly ideal if this patient did have a broken neck or suspected injury to the C-collar, Trendelenburg or partial Trendelenburg. Not suspected with the back. I'm not suspecting he has a broken back. But if the patient has no suspected neck trauma and will be intubated appropriately, ramp them up as high as possible over the edge of the bed. Let gravity, let the head bop over, and intubate him, ear to sternal notch. Now I can easily try to intubate this patient in this position, all right, with a working yell blade. This my channel device, preferred device, the King Vision, in this position, and he's been already ramped up. Get too close, play around, make it a Mac view, get the tube in, it's in, okay? But I can also do other things like, you know what, let me see how much I can intubate this patient very upright. Why? Because the video laryngoscope allows me to view the airway in a different manner without having to be up in the airway, up at the level of the mouth. I don't have to look directly in the mouth completely, other than avoiding the tongue, making sure I don't cause trauma to the lips and to the teeth. Look at this view. And I'm at this position. He's very upright. Tube goes in. Not so bad, right? It almost doesn't matter. It almost as if doesn't matter. It's a macro milli view, right? So I'm talking to these people who are novices in channel devices, who've only used glide scopes forever. You can also get a Mac view. Look at that view. Goes in. Again, that's your Mac view. This is your Miller view. Not impossible. All right. And for those of you who want to test out the theory that you can't intubate behind your patient, you have to do some climbing. Not Mount Everest, but climb as tall as you've ever been in the emergency room. So I'm then the tallest EM attending or resident. Okay, so we're intubating. The right is going in. Look at this. Some of you guys like to look at the mouth directly and intubate at the same time. Look at this. Is it impossible? No. Alright. I guess the tallest this guy could be used. Literally 90 degrees. Is it impossible? No. We'll get the intubation done. Okay. Watch the mouth, watch the teeth, slide behind the tongue. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So now all of us are tall. Look at that. Look at that. Intubation. Alright? You just prevented aspiration. You've allowed the patient to oxygenate if they were spontaneously breathing. But if they weren't, you've minimized bad things from happening in this fully upright position. So go as tall as you can, as you're comfortable with. Some of you may have claustrophobia, fear of heights. So work with your fears, work with your practice and your experience. Okay? So welcome again to a School of Airway. Bye-bye. Please come back. Please leave comments at the end for more ideas and issues and topics if you want to entertain. Thank you for coming. Bye.